Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Reading Workshop lesson for Tuesday, December 15th, 2020. The supplies that you will need for today's lesson are a pencil, your student copy of Christo and Jean Claude, linked in the framework for you today, as well as your reading journal. If you don't have these supplies, go ahead and pause the lesson to collect them, then come back and press play. Okay, now that you have your supplies, we're going to look at the objectives for this lesson. I will review central idea. We will identify central ideas and supporting details, and then you will use the central idea strategies to analyze the text and demonstrate an understanding. What is central idea? Well, central idea is the big idea or the main idea that readers should take away from reading a text. There are a lot of details or facts and ideas that support or tell more about the central or main detail. These are used by the author to support the central idea. Readers, we have discussed central idea or main idea before. It is important that you remember that central idea is what a text or portion of text is mostly about. Texts contain both an overall central idea and several smaller central ideas. Central ideas are supported by details that may include facts, examples, and definitions. Good readers determine a central idea by thinking carefully about the details in a paragraph, chapter, or the whole text. You as readers should ask yourself questions such as, what does all of this information have in common? What main thing are these details working together to tell me about? Identifying central ideas and supporting details within a text will help you better understand and remember what you've read. You're going to practice identifying central ideas and supporting details in different sections of Christo and Jean Claude today. I want you to turn to page 22 in your student copy of Christo and Jean Claude and follow along. We're going to apply the central idea skill to Christo and Jean Claude as well as cite evidence to support our responses. Take a look at paragraph 3 and follow along as I read. But Christo and Jean Claude never gave up easily. All of their grand-scale outdoor works of art are the result of countless meetings with countless people over long periods of time. Talking to the public about their concerns is part of the artistic process, and issues from the environment to safety and the use of the site are incorporated into the work. Getting a yes took energy, persistence, and 26 years. Finally, in 2003, the artist signed a 43-page contract with the city, allowing the gates to go forward. The long wait was over. On February 12, 2005, Christo and Jean Claude would just transform Central Park into one huge work of art. Let me ask you something. What is the central or main idea of this? Let me ask you something. What is the central or main idea of what we just read? When I say go, pause the video and answer this question on the side of page 22 or in your reading journal. What is the central idea or main idea of paragraph 3? Go now. Okay, now that you're back, I want to tell you what I've found, and you can see if you're close. The central idea is that Christo and Jean Claude never gave up easily. It was stated directly in the text here. However, when I recognized it as central idea, I determined it was central idea because I noticed a few pieces of evidence within the text that supported it. The supporting details helped me to determine central idea. Supporting details such as countless meetings with countless people over long periods of time, and some other points that were made, like it took 26 years and energy and persistence. These supported the fact that Jean Claude and Christo never gave up easily. I determined that that was the main idea of this paragraph. It's good practice to underline your supporting details so that you will have evidence to support your idea for main idea. And also, in order to check for understanding, to verify it. Let me ask you this. Why is it important to identify and understand this central idea? Jot down your thinking in your journal or on page 22 now. Okay. Now that you've answered that question, I want you to watch something. I want you to watch and pay close attention and see how a reader would read to form an opinion about the main idea and also to find a deeper understanding of the text.
Let's look at a page from Christo and Jean-Claude, Through the Gates and Beyond. Who would pay for such an ambitious undertaking? The artists accept neither sponsors nor public money. All outdoor projects are financed by the sale of Christo's indoor artworks, including collages, drawings, scale models, and some early works. For months, Christo holed up in his studio, often spending 15 hours a day making preparatory drawings. Downstairs, Jean-Claude fielded telephone calls and organized thousands of details. As creative partners, the artists worked together in a whirlwind of activity.
Nice job. So let's start by looking at the first sentences. What do you notice right away?
The first sentence is a question, and the next two sentences answer that question.
Great. So let's break it down a bit.
What does ambitious undertaking mean?
Good question. These two artists are planning an art show in New York City that would stretch across 23 miles of the park. That is something ambitious or challenging, and it requires a lot of effort.
I think I know what undertaking means. It's like a job or a task.
Right. So the question is,
who would pay for such a challenging task?
Exactly. What do we learn in the next sentence?
The artists accept neither sponsors nor public money. Are sponsors advertisers?
Here, I think sponsors refers to anyone who might be interested in paying for art to be created. Public money refers to funds that the city might use for art projects. Now that you know a little more, what would you say is the main idea so far?
I think it's that the artists don't take money from anyone to pay for their work.
Yes, and the next sentence gives details on how the artists do pay for what they create.
They sell other artwork.
Right. Things Christo created for display inside. Collages, drawings, scale models, and early works. Let's look at the next paragraph. We see that for months Christo spent 15 hours a day making preparatory drawings. We can assume that means he was sketching out plans for the park.
I think hold up means he barely left his studio.
Right. He spent so much time, it's like he was hiding out. And what about Jean-Claude?
It says she fielded telephone calls and organized thousands of details. The next sentence says they worked together in a whirlwind of activity. They were rushed and very busy.
Exactly. So we have a lot of details about these two. The main idea from the first paragraph is that they wouldn't accept money for this project. What more can we infer or conclude about them?
Well, I think they must care a lot about what they do. They spend so much time working on the project. Also, they spend their own money. Maybe they care more about art than about making money.
That could be. And the text supports that. Nice work.
Okay, so now that you've heard another student and their teacher go through the process of understanding and getting a deeper understanding of the text and finding that main idea, it's going to be your turn. You're going to complete the Know It, Show It, page 119 in your Google form. Make sure that you use the copy of your text in order to help you answer these questions. Have a great day.